My darlings, once again the British press has sharpened its knives, and once again Meghan Markle is their main course. This time it wasn't an interview, it wasn't a speech, it wasn't even her event. It was dinner. Yes, dinner. A private evening among industry professionals in Montecito, California, somehow morphed into what tabloids gleefully dubbed the Beckxit summit. Headlines exploded. Meghan, they claimed, was mediating between Brooklyn Beckham and his father, David Beckham, a family she's not even involved with, a rift she had nothing to do with. And once again, the truth didn't matter. The British press has a curious relationship with powerful women. Often it seems to delight in building them up, only to tear them down with even greater fervour. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, knows this all too well. From the moment her relationship with Prince Harry became public, she has been subject to a relentless barrage of scrutiny, much of it negative and often downright cruel. This isn't simply a matter of a few unsavoury headlines. It's a sustained campaign of misinformation and character assassination. What's most concerning is not the existence of these attacks, but their blatant disregard for the truth. Fabrications are presented as fact, rumours are spun into narratives, and the Duchess is consistently painted as a villain in a story of her own making. This goes beyond mere gossip. It's a deliberate attempt to manipulate public opinion and undermine a woman who dares to challenge the status quo. This essay will delve into the British media's treatment of Meghan Markle, examining the tactics used to vilify her and the broader implications of such practices. It will explore the recurring patterns of blame and the business of profiting from pain. Ultimately, it calls for a rejection of these harmful narratives and encourages readers to engage critically with the information they consume. A recent example of this fabricated narrative is the entirely unfounded claim that Meghan Markle was the cause of a rift between David and Victoria Beckham. This story, splashed across the front pages of several tabloids, alleged that Meghan had advised Victoria on various matters, causing tension within the Beckham family. The source? Unnamed insiders and sources close to the couple. The truth, as is often the case, was far less sensational. Both the Beckhams and the Sussexes denied the rumours, with representatives calling the story completely fabricated and bizarre. Yet, the damage was done. The seed of doubt was planted, and the narrative of Meghan as a divisive figure was further reinforced. This is not an isolated incident. Time and again, Meghan has been at the centre of similar stories, each one designed to paint her in a negative light. Whether it's accusations of diva behaviour, feuds with family members, or extravagant spending, the narrative remains consistent. Meghan is the problem. The British press, it seems, has a particular talent for manufacturing drama where none exists, and in the case of Meghan Markle, they've found a particularly convenient target. The relentless attacks on Meghan Markle are not simply a product of chance. They are part of a larger pattern within the British media, a formula used to target independent women, particularly those who are biracial and dare to challenge the established order. Meghan, a woman of colour who married into royalty and refused to conform to the expectations thrust upon her, ticks all the boxes. This formula often involves portraying the woman in question as aggressive, manipulative, or ungrateful. She is painted as a threat to tradition, a disruptor of the status quo. Her ambition is seen as a negative trait, her assertiveness misconstrued as aggression. In Meghan's case, this narrative is further complicated by the issue of race. The subtle and not so subtle undertones of racism that permeate much of the coverage cannot be ignored. From the coded language used to describe her to the blatant double standards applied to her behaviour, race is an undeniable factor in the vitriol directed her way. Section 4. Echoes of Megxit, a pattern of blame. The Megxit saga, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's decision to step back from their roles as senior royals, provides a clear example of this pattern of blame. While the couple cited relentless media intrusion and lack of support from the institution as key factors in their decision, The British press was quick to place the blame squarely on Meghan's shoulders. She was labelled as difficult, demanding and controlling, accused of manipulating Harry into abandoning his family and his duty. The narrative once again was clear. Meghan was the villain, the outsider who had upset the apple cart and lured Harry away from his rightful place. This tendency to blame women for the actions of men is a recurring theme in media narratives. It's a convenient way to simplify complex situations and avoid addressing deeper issues. In the case of Megxit, it allowed the British press to sidestep uncomfortable questions about the role of the monarchy in the 21st century and the pressures faced by those within it. Instead, they focused on a simpler, more digestible narrative: the wicked woman who led the prince astray. Section 5. Profiting from pain, the business of tearing women down. It's crucial to recognise that this relentless negativity towards Meghan Markle and other women like her is not accidental. It's a deliberate strategy employed by certain sections of the media for profit. Controversy sells, and there's no quicker way to generate clicks, views and sales than by pitting a powerful woman against the world. The British tabloid industry in particular has built a lucrative empire on this very principle. They thrive on scandal, sensationalism, and the public's insatiable appetite for gossip. And when it comes to generating outrage and fueling the rumour mill, few figures prove as reliably profitable as Meghan Markle. This is the uncomfortable truth at the heart of this issue. The suffering of individuals is often seen as a small price to pay for increased profits. The emotional toll on those targeted by these relentless attacks is rarely considered, let alone prioritised. The bottom line, it seems, trumps all other concerns. Section 6. The power of silence, a calculated response to manipulation. In the face of this relentless onslaught, one might expect anger, defiance, or at the very least a strongly worded statement from the Duchess. Yet both Meghan and Harry have chosen to remain largely silent, opting to engage with the media on their own terms and through carefully chosen platforms. This silence is not a sign of weakness, but rather a calculated response to a system they understand all too well. They recognise that engaging in a tit-for-tat with the British tabloids is a losing battle. Every denial, every clarification, only serves to fuel the fire and provide further fodder for the gossip mill. Instead, they have chosen to focus their energy on their own endeavours, using their platform to raise awareness for causes they're passionate about and to promote a message of compassion and understanding. Their silence in this context speaks volumes. It is a powerful statement of defiance, a refusal to play the game by the media's rules.